Hello and welcome back to the On the Slab Horror Show, the show that we bring to you each and every Friday night. Why Friday night? Because Friday night is horror night. And for my guests from across the pond, I'll give you a quick rundown as to why that is. So we used to have a free-to-air channel called Channel 4 that used to play all the classics after 10 o'clock on a Friday night. That's where you got all the classics. It was great. Wonderful times. Now it's great because you have Sky Horror and stuff, but that's kind of takes away the fun of it. But tonight the boys are in work, unfortunately. But we are joined by another guest, as I mentioned, from across the pond. This is director, writer, and upcoming superstar in the indie horror scene, Miss Alana Dro. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for the compliment.
Full of them. So
Oh,
how
thank
how are you then?
I'm sorry.
How are you?
Oh, I'm good.
Thanks for taking the time out of your day to come on.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Really appreciate
Um,
it.
I mean, it's mid-afternoon for yourself, so it's you still have your full day ahead.
Yes, I do.
um.
Going
So
to bed,
as it says, the what? Sorry.
and you're going to bed after this.
Sure. Such is life. Such is life. Got to do what you have to do. Um. So as I said off screen, we'll just kind of have a chat about yourself, some of your movies and stuff. Now a lot of them haven't dropped over here, so I haven't had the chance to see many of them yet. Which is gonna make the episode a little bit more strange for me because obviously I can't say I've seen this or I've seen that. It's not often I've had guests on where I haven't seen anything. But we do like getting different guests on for their different views on stuff. So here we are. You
Well, a lot of
you you you
my
could sell
now.
the movie to me and I'll go and find it.
My movie Closet Monster just premiered. Um, Dustin William Ferguson is the director, and he just did like a whole Grindhouse 2 premiere.
Ooh,
Um,
I do like Grindhouse
yeah, he's bringing back the whole Grindhouse thing. It's really cool. So he
with
did
the grainy lens.
so he redid the old Liza movie. He did Liza Warden from Hell. That one I was also in. Um and On the Gates of Hell, which I was also in. And that was the first feature that he did. And that was a really awesome premiere. They even did like the whole like little cute trailers in the middle and everything. It was really well done. And then yeah,
Proper Grindhouse style.
May 7th he did the Grindhouse 2, and that was with the second Liza movie. And then my big role, Closet Monster, was the second movie in that one. So unfortunately wasn't able to go to it, but I just ordered the DVD. I'm really excited. I heard it went
Can't be physical media. As it says, as I said off screen, unfortunately, we don't get much physical media in terms of indie horror over here, which is a shame. So unless it hits the likes of Netflix or Shudder or things like that, like we don't even really get Tubi or anything like that. So
uh yeah.
it's normally find it or you go without. Unfortunately, now obviously with the internet now and everything going up, it's a lot easier to find things. But I don't really like streaming stuff, especially if I've actually done interviews with people that are in it because obviously it takes away from like the earnings that they're gonna get from it and stuff. But sometimes needs must. uh,
Well, I'm hoping to release
but
more things on Tubi, but yes, that's another one you won't be able to find. So I'll
yeah,
have to.
well, I actually have to check and see. You might be able to get a VPN to get Tubi. I'm not sure. I haven't really looked too much into it, but by like everyone I've spoke to over the last year or so, all these movies are dropping on Tubi, and I'm like, I need to get this app or website or something, whatever it is.
Oh yeah, Tubi's it for horror movies. You
It
can
was like
find like
it
your
was
movies
like
on.
when. Go ahead.
Oh, I was saying find the most obscure horror movies on Tubi. It's great. Like all the like super indie stuff, like stuff that like my friends make, like it's on Tubi.
Yeah, like I was very late to the Shudder game even. I had only joined Shudder probably about 18 months ago when I got a free pass for it, and it was just awesome. But like obviously that's been going for a long time, and like some of the stuff you find on that's just phenomenal as well.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
But yeah, the likes of Tubi, obviously I do a lot of interviews with people from the States, and like they're like, oh yeah, it's dropping on Tubi, you can watch it there, and I was like, no, unfortunately I can't. Um, but as you says, like hopefully it'll drop big for you, um, whenever the premiere does come out. And like as you said, Closet Monster was your one. Intriguing. So tell us how you went about getting that.
Well, I was really lucky actually. So like I was saying, I did a couple of Dustin's other movies, and he had an actress that looked like me, and I guess she bailed out like close to the last minute, and he was like, you know what, I was thinking of you for this movie, and then I went with someone else, and now I feel like it's a sign, like you're supposed to do this movie. So I was like, that's awesome that you thought of me that way. Like it's such an honor. So yeah, he did. He just hooked it up. I did the main role. We only shot it for maybe like a couple days. It was
I
just
mean,
quick, but like all day. He's
couple
a
of days, a couple of days.
idea. He had it all set up. He had like the whole timeline drawn out, and we got it done.
I mean, shoot quick and shoot well.
Exactly. Yeah, it's great.
I mean,
And so,
where did you have to go? Where did you have to go to shoot that?
you know,
Yeah, where did you have to go to shoot that?
well, we shot actually like a decent amount at his house, and then we shot at this park to be like like in the woods and stuff. And then
So actually, not, you didn't have to travel too far.
so we went to like a real podcast studio for one of the scenes.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
So,
So you didn't have to travel too far anyway.
yeah, not too far.
I mean, I suppose stay local, get to sleep in your own bed. Happy days.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean
Okay.
that's generally living in California, it's like if if somebody needs you for a shoot, you're not too far away. You're always ready.
I mean, like, how far is it from the top of California to the bottom of California?
Oh, that's
From
a whole other
like, would it be ridiculously
like
long to drive it?
it's like 5 hours. And
Right.
there's a lot state than that.
So put it this way then, right? So if you're saying it's 5 hours to drive from the top to the bottom, you can drive from the top of Ireland to the bottom of Ireland in 6 hours. You can drive from the top of California to the bottom of California in five, and that's only one state.
It's more than 5. I'm saying just from LA to San Francisco is 5 hours.
Oh,
There's a whole
yeah,
there's a whole bottom.
yeah. Good luck to that. Good luck to that. Absolutely not. I hate driving.
Yeah, driving in California is very fun.
Yeah, driving in the States alone isn't fun. Um, so I did that over in Florida and it was a disaster. And it doesn't help that you drive on the other side of the road.
I'm sure.
Yeah, that made for great fun at the start.
All over again.
Yeah, but I'm just looking at your IMDb here. So you've 8 out already, including music videos, with 3 upcoming. So we have one here called Zombie Rage that's due out this year as well.
Yeah, that's coming out in June. I'm still waiting for details about that premiere, but yeah, it'll be happening very soon.
That's not too far away.
Yeah. That was a really fun one. Yeah, another one we just kind of shot in a park, you know.
Another obviously indie zombie movie, is it?
Oh yes. So yeah, I don't know if you've seen their any of their other movies, but they have one. It's called like Father Like Daughter. Actually, no, I take that back. The one I was thinking was Trash Juice, where they have it's kind of like a series of different stories all together into one movie. And
Oh, I do like
so
anthologies.
it's a zombie movie in that same way. So there's gonna be like little different zombie stories, and they all come together for this one movie.
I do like anthology movies now, I must say. Um, I'm just having a look at it here. I don't think I have seen any of them. Um, but how did you get cast in that one? Did you know somebody or auditions or?
Yeah, well, so I guess I got my start doing James Balsamo movies, and I got really lucky that I did because he's somebody that a lot of people in the scene have heard of. So, I've been kind of going to like his events and, making my rounds that way. And yeah, like the Ken Brewer from Live Media saw me in one of the movies, and then um, one of the guy who directed Trash Juice, who is also with Livid Media, um, he worked with me on one of the Balsamo movies.
Nice,
So yeah, so that kind of all just came together, and like they've been wanting to work with me on something for a while, and then it just kind of fell in line where I was able to line up my schedule, and we were able to do it, and it was a really good experience. They were really awesome to work with, really fun.
nice. And I know obviously with indie scene, it seems like a lot of people have an actual stable job. Because obviously you can't guarantee that you're going to be in a movie every other week.
Yeah, but I mean, it'll be nice if I can one day just make it through on movies, but
Yeah, like that only happens for a select few. To be fair, like it's like sport. It only happens for a select few that they become thing. But like I find a lot of the indie actors really put in the effort. Like they're working maybe 9 to 5, and then coming out from work and doing movies.
Mhm.
Um,
They're a lot
so
more
like
like projects for us. It's like you don't get paid a whole lot, and you're doing low budget movies, but there's so much fun, and you get to be creative and put all your input into it, and yeah, it's just a really really good time. And it's
I
just
mean,
art.
like,
Like
it
a lot
it
of people
has to be done.
art, a lot of people make money from it.
I mean, like as you says, you're doing something you love. On the back of having to work. Okay, unfortunately, like you might have a job where you love, which is great, but some people are in work and they're not happy or whatever, and then they're coming out and doing movies. So you know what I mean? So like you got to give them a lot of credit to indie actors and actresses, directors, and any of the cast and the crew that deal with it. But like, are you lucky enough that your job give you time off should you need it for movies or?
um, it's I kind of have to do things around my schedule. But I do like right now I'm just doing seasonal work, so I'm strategically doing it so that I'll have like, a block of a few months off to, work on projects.
Oh, nice. That's
Yeah.
that's smart, I suppose.
Uh,
Yeah, like as I
but my
says,
goal is to just do something part-time. So like eventually I'm just gonna go and, do like, some part-time background work kind of thing. And then, my main focus will be more on like, yeah, like the acting in movies and stuff like that.
and
You know,
as I says, like it
hopefully
only it only it
die.
it only takes one movie to really kick you off as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like one movie could kick you on and become thing like I think one of the prime examples of that would be Kevin Bacon when he done Friday the 13th. He went from
Yeah.
there and then he went on to become what he became like.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? As I says, it only takes one movie really, and it wasn't even a big role for him at the time.
Cool. And you need to get seen by the right person, and
Mm, and
you're
that's it
just
then. But so what got you into acting?
Well, I've always been kind of into it, honestly. Like even in college, I took like an acting course. I've always been like, I guess like after high school, like in college and all that stuff, like I started getting more into like fetish modeling and that kind of stuff.
Fair
Just
enough.
like the all the alternative stuff.
I mean,
And
it is what it is.
know like a whole lot of actors, but I did what I could. But
Uh,
yeah, I
it
just
paid the
kind of
bills.
thing. But I was always into, all that kind of stuff, like just the entertainment industry in general.
I mean, like you got to do what you got to do to pay the bills.
Exactly.
Hmm. It help. I suppose it helps if you like that kind of stuff as well. But um, so like, it is what it is. We don't judge. Uh,
Well,
um,
it helped me a lot, as far as getting me into these movies and stuff like that, because a lot of it started like, oh, we need a naked girl for a movie. I was like, here I am, like I'm naked in a lot of stuff. Pick me.
I win. I win.
That.
I mean, like if you look at that though, there's a lot of people, actresses, actors that won't do them scenes either.
Yeah.
Uh, and like it takes someone with a lot of bottle, I'd say, to uh to do one of those kind of scenes.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. It takes a lot of confidence.
I mean, like it is what it is, isn't it? You have to believe in yourself because no one else is going to believe in you if you don't.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm. So obviously, then there's no limitation on what you do for a scene then
Sorry,
to an
say that again.
extent. So there'd be no kind of limitation that you'd have for a scene then.
Um, I
No,
mean, it
within
would
the realms of
depend. Yeah,
the
I
what? Sorry,
probably
you
have
kind of broke.
vision, but probably not the way everybody else does.
You kind of broke up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't hear a word you said there.
I was saying like I do have like some limitations, but they're probably like way past a lot of people's when it
No,
comes
no,
to.
but I mean like in terms of like legitimate movie films, like obviously you don't do ridiculous things on movie sets. Well, I don't think you do anyway. Um, I'm yet to be I'm yet to be on a movie set. Um, but like obviously there's limitations on what happens on camera
Oh,
that that
definitely.
that defines a movie from the other side of the Hollywood sign movies.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
I
So
like
like
stand on that line though. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll play on the fence.
Like I enjoy like the sexploitation films and like the not rated stuff.
I mean, like everyone has to watch something they like, I suppose.
Yeah, I
Um,
think it's a really
and I
cool
mean,
genre.
it's certainly worked for Mia Goth as of late, coming off the back of Suspiria and stuff, and now she's just exploded onto the scene.
Hmm.
So I mean, like people get it from everywhere, really.
Yeah,
Do you know
and
what
I
I
mean, if Mia Goth, she started in Nymphomaniac.
That was the first one. Yeah, I couldn't think of the name of it. And then she went on to do Suspiria, the remake of Suspiria, which was awful. But and then
Yeah, and that's
obviously went on to X, which was absolutely amazing.
yeah, like I love that whole genre.
Well,
I'm in love for right now, like all the A24 films. Yeah,
they're just knocking everything out of the park as of late, aren't they?
yeah, they
Um,
really.
like at the time, I don't. So I'm still part of this minority of people that don't like Hereditary and don't like Midsummer. Um, I didn't like The Witch at the start, but after a second rewatch, I thought it was brilliant. But I got a hold of X very quickly, and I was like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's that's right up there. And then I know people have Pearl higher than X in terms of being better. Not for me. I think X was brilliant. That's as close as you were going to get to Texas Chainsaw and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was absolutely brilliant, and I loved Ty West.
Hmm.
Um, so like it was great, and it's great to see someone coming, as you said, from them exploitation films to an extent, and now making it into mainstream, like big budget horrors. And like her new one was very good as well, Infinity Pill,
Oh yeah, that
like
was
the
a good one.
Brandon Cronenberg one. Yeah, it was mental, but it was good.
Saw that for Valentine's Day.
I mean, I think it
Did
was.
you watch them into?
I mean, I'm pretty sure I watched it sometime close to that as well. Um, but yeah, like I have that as probably the third best 2023 release that I've seen this year.
Oh yeah, that was a great
Yeah,
one.
it was brilliant. But like, so like, what else would you have upcoming then? Obviously,
Um,
we went way off topic there, going to A24, but
yeah, so Zombie Rage in June. And then I have Killer Waves 2 and 14 Ghosts are coming out soon. I'm not sure exactly when, but we're working on them, and the trailers just got released for them. So hopefully by
intriguing.
year, maybe next year.
I mean, like, as long as they're coming out, the name stays out there, the reputation starts to grow, and then
Exactly.
you go from there and shoot on to superstardom.
Exactly. So yeah,
What?
maybe superstardom by next year. We'll
And
see
just
how we
remember where it all started, in a park.
in a park.
Yeah. No good story ever started at home. But yeah, so like as I said, you're keeping busy with projects upcoming. Obviously work. So what then? Let's see. What does Alana do for fun?
Work. Lately, it seems like that's pretty much all I do. But
I mean, you got to pay the bills.
yeah, but
But
I don't know. I'm like a really big like outside person. Like I just lay on the beach all day. That's my dream scenario.
that's a disaster zone. No, that is that's absolutely worse than what we were talking about off screen. No, no. Uh, this is a conversation that came up in a previous episode I had with a guest where we were talking about sand. I fucking hate sand. I hate it. Like I hate sand. It
It
gets
does.
everywhere.
Like yeah, I
Everywhere.
have my house like every day.
No, no.
Same.
Like the laying around with it on the beach. No, thanks. No, not for me. I do get bored very easily though, to be fair.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. The beach is somewhere, yeah, like it's quiet. There's not a lot going on.
And I mean, I don't do well in the sun as it is being ginger and whatnot. So
Yeah, I'm
it's
sure that
just
you're limited in your time out there as it is.
I usually like if I'm away now or if we're out with the thing, I'd sit under an umbrella at the swimming pool like when we're away. I mean, the heat doesn't really bother me, but it's the sunburn and it's just not happening.
Yeah.
So, like, I am a pasty shade of white.
So like I'm Italian, so my skin is like light, but it tans fairly easily. But the way I have to do it, like every year, is like I start out with like a really gnarly sunburn, and then it turns into a
Yuck.
so,
So,
yeah. At
so
first
it goes
year,
red to brown.
and I'm tomato red, and then yeah, after that, like I'm like this really nice tan color. But,
No, thanks. I go, I
yeah,
go, I go, I go lobster red, and then I'll just go back white again. Yeah, no. So, Yeah, so as it says, like you've a couple of projects upcoming, and then in between work, obviously, and not getting eaten by sharks. I'm telling you, that's gonna happen one of these days.
Oh gosh, don't tell me
Yeah, I told you what's in that water. It's bad for you. Uh,
that.
but
Uh,
like it's so what's next for you then? Have you anything else on the horizon?
well, that's it as of late. But I mean, I am working. So my general goals, like for the rest of this year, like I'm working on a website where I'll just have like my own website with like content and like acting type stuff on it as well. Just do a lot of like more shoots from home and that kind of thing. So that's in the works for right now.
Awesome. I
Just
wouldn't know the first thing about making a website.
trying to get more into that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know,
Obviously
better.
the what?
I'm trying to hone my craft a little better.
I
So
mean, like it's not an easy thing, I wouldn't say, to make a website.
oh no, yeah, it's gonna be a whole project.
Yeah. And like I'd only imagine like there's only so much like acting content you can put up on online before you have movies to put up on it. So like it'd be tough, I'd say, but worth it in the long run.
I think so.
Yeah, like obviously you put your modeling stuff and stuff up as well.
Yeah, like it'll be like modeling and reels, and like it'll be like more of like little like 5 minute movie type things or something like that.
Oh, I've seen a few of those websites around. They're kind of like different scenarios you'd have for that you'd send on in like a reel for an agent or something, is it?
Yeah, kind of like a reel.
Yeah, it's a good way of doing it, I suppose. Just instead of sending them loads of little videos, just be like, "There's my website. Go figure."
Yeah, I am working
Um,
on that's also next.
you're working on what? Sorry.
A reel, like a professional acting reel.
All right, yeah. See, I've heard about them. I've never actually seen one. I didn't know what it was. Um, I imagine it's just like headshots and stuff.
Well, they
No.
take like, usually like 5 minutes, and you just put like clips of all your kind of like best like scenes in it.
Oh,
So it'll be
so that sounds about right.
like, showing off like your best acting skills so far.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah,
How
it's like a Leo basically.
that makes sense. It'd probably be a better way to call it than a reel, but we leave that to Hollywood. They can call it what they want.
Yeah.
Um, so like, would you have to pay someone to do that then, or would you do it yourself?
Well, I'm gonna work on it myself, but definitely gonna be getting some input and whatnot.
Nice, nice. At least like if you have some background in IT and being good with electronics, you can do them kind of things yourself. Save money along the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit into editing, so we'll see how that goes. Right now, I only know like the basic stuff. But
if Carl was here, he'd be able to help you out. He does all our editing. Uh, big shout out to the king, but he's actually not here tonight. Um, as I said to you off screen, I literally just show up and do these. He does all the editing and stuff.
nice.
Uh, that's his forte. Now he does be on the show as well, obviously, but um, yeah, he's like the background guy that does everything because he's awesome. Uh,
Yeah, everyone.
everyone has their part to play. But before we wind down tonight, let me throw a few questions at you. You a big horror fan outright?
I'm a fairly big horror fan. I've definitely been getting a lot more into it since doing these movies.
So, what what is your favorite type of horror? Apart, no, I'm gonna rephrase that because obviously you said sexploitation movies earlier. Uh,
I
apart
do.
from them,
But yeah, just basically like I love like the low budget ones that are like funny, you know?
I'll give you one. I'll give you one to watch then, right? If
Like
you can get a hold of it.
which one?
It's called Slaughter Beach.
Otter Beach. Okay. I don't
Um, I done an interview with the lads a few weeks ago with Dan and James and Jim, the lads that were involved in it, the director, the main bad guy, and then the producer. Great lads, very funny, uh, action, horror, comedy, bit of everything.
Oh nice.
Uh,
Yeah, I love that
Um,
stuff.
yeah, like if you can get a hold of it, it's definitely worth watching. It's on SRS Cinema.
Okay. I'll look it
Yeah.
up.
So, all right, if we were to go five sort of mainstream horrors, then what would you pick?
Well, I don't know how. I guess it's more mainstream now, but I'll tell you this story. So, the reason why my boyfriend and I got together is because we were talking and I asked him if he's ever seen a Serbian film.
Okay,
Yeah, that's like my top like scariest movie of all time kind of movies.
I
And like
did
and I
really like it.
always show that to his friends and he was like, oh my gosh, like you've seen that movie, not only have you seen that movie, you asked me if I saw that movie.
I mean, I know a few people that like that's extreme horror. Um, like
Yeah, that was
I know a few people that love that movie. Um, it wasn't quite one for me. Now I've seen it once or twice, and I was just like, it's like Schindler's List. If it was there, if I never seen it again, that's fine.
yeah.
Like it was good for what it was, but that kind of horror for me isn't high on the list.
It's like, yeah, like you watch it once and then you know show it to your friends because you're like, oh, this is the most messed up movie I've ever seen, you want to watch it?
I mean, like I know a lot of people now are coming out with the likes of Terrifier 2 for that. Because obviously it has that scene. I don't know. Have you seen Terrifier?
Sure, but yeah.
Have you seen Terrifier 2? Which scene was better?
Well, just in context, I have to say a Serbian film
No.
because
But if you're going for between Terrifier 1 and 2, so you know
uh,
that like the hacksaw scene and the bedroom scene in Terrifier 2.
yeah,
If you,
too.
2, definitely, yeah. It's savage, isn't it?
Yeah, like right down
Um,
the.
uh, it was a Serbian film for me. It was just, as I says, it was just one of them movies that was there. Like my other half doesn't really like horror. So I was never gonna sit down and watch it with her anyway. Uh, it is rough though.
Yeah,
So go on,
I
give me four more.
four more.
I'm putting you to the test now.
Right. Like anything A24.
I mean, there's plenty there.
Say X is probably up there. I'll name
X was
that one.
brilliant.
Um,
The character development in X was phenomenal.
yeah.
Um, and then all right, there was one or two pieces in X that really kind of threw me. The whole alligator scene kind of threw me out at the moment when I was watching it. But yeah, like that was about it. But there's some nasty bits when he stands on the nail, or
Um,
when your man hits Jenna Ortega's fingers with the hatchet. Oh, it was bad. Like the
the
rest of them, the pitchfork to the eyes and stuff didn't bother me. But it's the stuff that could actually happen. That's what gets me.
yeah.
Go on, three more, and then we'll wind down then,
All
and I'll
right.
let you
So
go
the
have your afternoon.
one that I've seen recently,
Which one?
The Ritual.
Is that that's the British one with the werewolves?
Um, it's not quite werewolves. It's like witchcraft kind of stuff.
Oh, is it? I don't know. I tried to watch it. Somewhere where the friend gets killed at the start in the shop. Is that one?
Yeah, yeah, yep,
Yeah. I thought that was a
yeah.
werewolf movie.
Facts.
And then they go like camping or hiking or something.
Yeah.
I never did finish it now. I must actually give it a go because I've heard a lot of people as of late going on and saying how good it was.
I
Right,
thought
so
it
go
was.
on.
I don't know. It was scary. I think
I
like
actually,
witchcraft all just scares me. So.
I legitimately thought it was a werewolf movie. Um, so that might be one to actually go back and check out. And she likes witchcraft movies, so
Yeah, yeah, that's a good one.
huh, I'll keep that in mind. Right, enlighten me. Two more. Let's go.
So Annabelle's another one that really scared me.
No, no,
That's doll.
no. Alana, really?
As far as mainstream goes, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, you could have picked The Conjuring.
Whole other mind state when I watched it, but the whole concept is terrifying.
I mean, you could have picked The Conjuring.
I don't know. Yeah, like I don't know.
I will.
Conjuring.
I will say. I think it was Annabelle 3, the one in the farmhouse. Annabelle comes home with the school ones, the school bus. That one wasn't bad. That one wasn't bad. Now I will say I remember going to see the original one. I sat there going, "My God."
Okay, but you don't like it, but you made it up to the third one.
I mean, I've watched some awful, awful movies along the way.
Fair enough.
Doesn't mean I'll ever watch them again, but like one of my favorite franchises in horror is Wrong Turn. You know what I mean, and a lot of them aren't the best movies in the world. So I'm not against watching it. It just I will complain about it loads. So go on, one more, and we'll let you go for the evening.
Okay. Well, another one of my like top in general is Cannibal the Musical.
I haven't seen that one.
You haven't seen that one, so it's
I've
the
I've, I've heard of it.
guys, and they're just being themselves, and it's so funny. But it's they do like a horror movie musical, so it's like a musical, but like there's also a lot of like super gory kills, and like it's just really funny. It's good.
I'll give it a go. I'm not one for musicals really. Swing Todd's probably about the only one I really like. Um, but as I says, I'm not adverse to watching.
Like the way that they did it made it funny.
I'll see if I can find it. I'll give it a watch. As I says, there's a lot that we don't get.
Yeah, that's probably you'd have to buy on DVD or something.
Right, but before we jump off, is there anything you'd like to plug for yourself or anything upcoming that you? Well, obviously we went through what's upcoming for you, but
Well, yeah, look out for Zombie Rage coming in June. Um, yeah, if you just in general, you can Google me, Alana Dro. You can find a lot of good stuff.
sure, we'll go with that one. Um,
From
I'm sure.
movies to X-rated things. You'll have a
Fair
lot
enough.
of through the internet.
The internet's a wonderful place.
It is.
Um, but thanks again for coming on this afternoon for you, this evening for me, and taking the time out of your day. It's been very fun, and we'll have you back absolutely anytime. Maybe when thing drops in June, and if I can get a hold of it beforehand, or not beforehand, but when it drops, if I can get a hold of it and see it, we might get you back on to have a chat about it.
Awesome. Yeah, I would love that. Thank
Awesome.
you so much.
Yeah, you're most welcome, and thank you again. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to come on. But what we'll do is before this ends, I will end this the way I end every single Friday evening. In the words of the great George A. Romero's, ladies and gentlemen, stay scared.